The moment my boss slapped the termination letter on my desk, I knew the whole office had conspired against me. I stared at the crisp white paper, the words effective immediately burning into my mind as if they were a brand. What? No, this can't be happening, I muttered, my voice trembling, but the cold stare of Mr. Caldwell never wavered. And 2 weeks earlier, the office buzzed with a new project, launching a cutting-edge software platform that could double our client base. I was the lead analyst, the one who had stayed late for months, crunching numbers, mapping user journeys, and presenting a flawless prototype to the board. My confidence was at its peak when I received an unexpected email from Jenna, my coworker from the data team. Hey, saw your draft. Looks great, but I think we should add a risk analysis section before the final review. I replied, thanks, Jenna. I'll pull that together tonight. And that night, I worked until the lights in the building dimmed. I crafted a comprehensive risk matrix, highlighting potential security loopholes and market volatility. The next morning, I uploaded the final deck to the shared drive, feeling a surge of pride. But when I opened the file before the meeting, the risk section was missing. My heart sank. Did someone delete it? I asked my team. No one answered. And later that day, during the board presentation, Mr. Caldwell flicked through slides, his brows furrowing. Where's the risk analysis? He barked, eyes locking onto me. I thought we agreed it was optional, he continued, his voice rising. I tried to explain. I included it in the file, but before I could finish, a senior executive interrupted. We can't move forward without that data. It's a major oversight. And the room fell silent. My mind raced, replaying the night's work, the empty folder, the missing section. After the meeting, I confronted Jenna in the break room. Did you take my risk analysis? I asked, trying to keep my voice steady. She smiled, a thin, rehearsed smile. Oh, I didn't touch your file. Maybe the system glitched. I could see the faint tremor in her hand as she reached for her coffee cup, but she said nothing more. And the next day, I found a printed copy of the risk analysis on my desk, with a handwritten note on the top corner. For your reference, J. I flipped to the back and saw a line of red ink. Delete before board meeting. My stomach churned. It was a direct sabotage. NE reported the incident to HR, expecting an investigation. Instead, Mr. Caldwell called me into his glass-walled office, the city skyline looming behind him. We've decided to let you go, he said, sliding the termination letter across the sleek table. Your performance has been below expectations, and we can't risk another oversight. NE felt the room spin. You're firing me for something I didn't do? I asked, voice shaking. We have evidence, he replied, gesturing to the blank slide. You were responsible for the deck. Your team should have double-checked. I realized then that the real offense was not the missing file but the culture that let a single mistake, real or fabricated, define a career. NE left the office that afternoon, the building's revolving doors swishing behind me like a closing chapter. Outside, rain began to fall, turning the streets into a glossy mirror. I walked to the nearest coffee shop, ordered a black espresso, and pulled out my notebook. I wrote, Lesson number 1. In a toxic workplace, the truth is a casualty. Then I drafted an email to my professional network, detailing the sabotage, the unjust firing, and the lessons learned. I posted it on LinkedIn, attaching the original risk analysis and a screenshot of the handwritten note. After redacting personal details, and within hours, the post went viral. Former colleagues, industry veterans, and even strangers chimed in. You're not alone, we've seen the same, and time to hold them accountable. A journalist from a reputable tech magazine reached out, offering to investigate the company's practices. The HR department of my former firm sent a formal apology, stating they would launch an internal audit. Mr. Caldwell's name appeared in an online petition demanding transparency. And that night, as I stared at the city lights from my apartment balcony, I felt a strange mix of anger and relief. I had lost a job, but I gained something far more valuable, the courage to expose injustice and the support of a community that refused to stay silent. And looking back, I realized the real victory wasn't in the viral post or the potential legal action. It was in reclaiming my voice. I learned that a toxic boss can try to silence you, but when you stand up and tell the truth, the echo can reach farther than any corporate hallway. I also discovered that quitting in style isn't about dramatic exits. It's about turning a painful ending into a catalyst for change, both for yourself and for those who will follow. And so if you ever find yourself trapped in a workplace where sabotage and politics thrive, Remember, document everything, trust your instincts, and never let anyone dictate your worth. The greatest lesson? Your integrity is the only thing no one can take away.